Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. My name is Andrew Heisman, and today's video we'll be taking a look at the radar view as well as the future radar in terms of what we actually might expect here down the line. We'll take a look at the satellite view in terms of the current weather across the nation, followed by the models, as we actually do have a significant winter storm that's set to impact the eastern coast down the line towards the end of the weekend, basically into early next week. So you guys definitely need to monitor this because the potential impacts of this is actually quite large. So we'll continue monitoring that. We'll actually take a look at the drought monitor as well, because we actually do have a bit of dry conditions across the west and the central portions here of the country, followed by the NWS Hazards, and at the end of the video, we'll take a look at the photo of the day. But anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. We are trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of January, so if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. That'll be greatly appreciated. So, for today's question of the day, I'm wanting to know, what is the greatest gift you've ever received? Leave it down in the comments below, and I just might heart your comment. But anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright, guys, so we're taking a look at the radar view in terms of what is currently going on across the nation. So, across the upper northwest, we actually do have a shot of moisture that's moving its way across the region, actually allowing for some snow showers across those upper elevations towards Idaho, basically where it is a little bit more cooler, which allows for a little bit more snow to fall across the region there. So, like I said, we are currently seeing that shot of moisture move its way across the region. This is kind of expected to move its way across the region for the next several days here. Now, as we do move down north towards the southern plains into the southern, south central portions here of Texas, we actually do have a bit of moisture that's currently impacting the region as well. A little bit of rain showers across the region towards central parts of Texas, but regardless, for the most part of the nation, it's relatively clear for the most part across basically the southwest, central plains, basically the Midwest, and the southeast, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, looking relatively clear for the most part, but this is expected to change here down the line. I'll get to that here in a second. So, guys, let's go and take a look at the future radar in terms of what we actually might expect here down the line. Alright, so guys, we're taking a look at the future radar in terms of what we actually might expect here down the line. This is from your NAM 3-kilometer model. So, across the upper northwest, we actually are seeing that shot of moisture as we did see on the actual radar view, some rain across to the south central portions here of Texas. Now, here's where things start to get kind of interesting. We actually might see a little bit of snow showers across the northeast here for kind of like those early to mid-afternoon hours here on January 12th. Kind of expected according to this model. As I was saying, we actually are expecting all that moisture to kind of remain over the next few days here. Now, here's where things really start to get kind of interesting. Across the upper Midwest, you actually might see here, we actually do have a bit of moisture, a little bit of snow starting to fall across the region here, tracking its way through the western portions here of the Ohio Valley, kind of moving its way towards bits of the Mid-Atlantic region, pretty much the Mid-Atlantic region before kind of breaking up here, which is kind of expected here to occur. Now, you might notice across the upper extreme northern portions here of the plains, we actually do have another shot of moisture, another potential for that upcoming snowstorm we were talking about here in the beginning of the video. So, guys, we'll take a look at the models here in a second in regard to what this is actually expected to do here down the line. So, guys, let's go and take a look at the satellite view and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of the current weather across the nation. Alright, guys, so we're taking a look at the satellite view in terms of what is currently going on across the nation. So, as we were seeing all that moisture move its way across the upper northwest, this is actually bringing a lot of cloud cover along with it. A lot of overcast skies is kind of expected. Kind of the same thing across the southern and central portion here of Texas. We actually are seeing a lot of overcast skies as well, basically because of all that moisture that's falling across the region. But, guys, for the most part, it's relatively clear across, especially the eastern portion of the states, as we actually do have some blocking high pressure in place, which is actually allowing for some pretty nice conditions in terms of a lot of sunshine. However, it is quite cold here. Here in Northern Virginia, it is clear in terms of things, but right now, I'm looking at it, it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit, so we actually are still seeing a lot of cold air from the system, basically what's currently going on now. So, guys, let's go and take a look at the models in terms of the future weather and what we actually might see with this upcoming winter storm. Alright, so guys, we're taking a look at the models in terms of things. We're taking a look here at the Long Range America model, also known as your GFS. So we're kind of zoomed in the future here to the 14th, basically towards the end of the week here. So we actually do see a bit of snow across the upper parts of the plains here, tracks its way through the Midwest. This is that system that might actually cause a lot of havoc for the eastern coast here. Basically track its way through bits of the Midwest, down into bits of the southeast, kind of Tennessee Valley, maybe seeing some snow. And then it moves its way towards the Mid-Atlantic region, which, potentially strengthening quite a bit as it does get a kind of a kick here from the Gulf of Mexico moisture supply. Tracks its way up to the northeast, driving a lot of snow across the regions here. They'll have some high pressure in place, leading to some pretty more nice conditions. But, guys, the potential is quite large. This has actually been the trend for the last few days in terms of models. Let me actually show you something. So, guys, let's go and take a look here at the ECMWF model, and let's see what this one has to say about this upcoming potential snowstorm. Alright, so guys, we're kind of picking up in terms of where we started here with the GFS model, only on the European model. So, across the northern plains here, we do have that snow that starts falling through the Midwest, down in through bits of the southeast, kind of transitioning to rain as it does get a bit warmer. But we do get that moisture supply kick from the Gulf of Mexico, allowing for some, a lot more moisture, a lot of strengthening to potentially go on across the region as it does track its way through bits of the Mid-Atlantic region into the northeast, and then that high pressure does kind of build in the region. So there is a bit of similarities between what these models have to say, which is definitely why I'm kind of bringing this to you guys' attention, because honestly, this is showing some pretty decent impacts in terms of what actually might happen down the line. So, guys, that's essentially what we're doing with in terms of models. I'm not really going to go too far into this. I just wanted to let you guys know that there might be a potential of a pretty decent winter storm that will impact bits of the eastern coast here down the line. So guys, let's go and take a look at the drought in terms of what kind of dry conditions we're currently seeing across the nation. Alright, so guys, we're taking a look at the drought monitor in terms of the dry conditions we're currently seeing across the nation. So, I mean, guys, anywhere pretty much here in the orange, red, and dark red area, we're seeing really dry conditions across the regions here. Except, for the western portions here, Washington State, as we are seeing a lot of moisture moves in the region. Even currently, we're actually seeing too much moisture in terms of things. But guys, across bits of the western coast, we're seeing relatively dry conditions across a lot of these places here. Not really seeing too much, rain in terms of things. So it's been really dry. Kind of the same thing towards the mid-Atlantic region. Honestly, I do kind of expect this to kind of change here down the line because in terms of what pattern we currently have, this is actually probably going to allow for a little bit more precipitation to fall across the mid-Atlantic region. So I do kind of expect this to change here down the line. So guys, let's go and take a look at the National Weather Service hazards and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of your current hazards across the nation. Alright, so guys, we're taking a look at the National Weather Service hazards in terms of what is currently going on across the nation. So we really don't have too much going on. We actually do have some dense fog advisories basically across the central portions here of California. Just showing that difficulty visibilities, due to dense fog is kind of expected across the regions here. We actually do have some freeze warnings in effect across the southeastern portion here of Georgia, showing that freezing conditions are expected. We actually do have some wind advisories across the southern portion here of California, showing that gusty winds are expected to occur. That's kind of what's expected there. Across the western portion here of Washington State, we are seeing a lot of moisture movement in the region, so we actually do have a flood watch, showing the potential down the line. Flood warnings might be needed. Basically across bits of the northern portions here of bits of Idaho, we are seeing some winter weather advisories, as we actually did see some snow falling across the regions across the upper elevations. Now here's this. We actually do have a high wind warning in effect across basically the northwestern portions here of Montana, showing that heavy winds are expected to occur. And guys, if you have anything loose outside, such as lawn finisher, I recommend bringing it in just until these have been lifted. But guys, in terms of that, that's pretty much all we're expecting here in terms of your hazards across the nation. So guys, let's go and take a look at the photo of the day, and let's see what we're dealing with in terms of that. Alright, so guys, we're taking a look at the photo of the day. This one goes to my man Andre again for taking this beautiful shot here at the cloud to ground lightning strike. So congratulations on being selected again for today's video. Now guys, if you like the potential of being one of our future videos, I'll leave our Discord down in the description below. You guys can join it for the potential. You actually might make it in one of our future videos. But anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did like it, make sure you leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, we are trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of January, so if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. That'll be greatly appreciated. But anyways guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.